Today, we are going to talk about the sensory design. First of all, we're going to talk about the design judgment. Design judgment will be the way to help us to increase our disability, such as we have a list for making new designs. We have various of ideas and plans to making them succeed. And all of these ideas are coming from our life experience. See different examples that in our life that I think feel in our life. Is that look good? Is that useful? They are the few key points for a designer to be considered. Second example I'm going to use about the normal doors. Some doors require to print instruction to operate, while others are poorly designed that they lead people to do the exact opposite of what they need to in order to open them. The shape of details may suggest that pushing should work, but in fact it doesn't. After that, I'm going to talk about the human sense. Humans have 5 basic senses: touch, sight, hearing, smelling, and tasting. The sense organized associated with each sense send information to brain to help us understand and present the world around us. Those feelings can give us other to know how the world works and recognize everything around us. And they are the most important tool to help us to decide to make a design judgment. After that, I'm going to comparing about the home and hotel. Hotel by contracts are normally found in urban area and are intended for long stay. Home will be the places to make us safe and keep our storage. There is similar function, but the sense of our body can tell us there is not the same one. At this part, I'm going to use the example from the lecture, which is library in New York and library in Seattle. They're all libraries, but the New York libraries is built by the traditional way. Like people would like to read more than doing the other stuff in the New York library. But in the Seattle one, they providing the technology desk to help them use their laptop. After that, I'm going to use the example of the Tokyo International Gallery, which can providing cafe and store in the gallery, but the other gallery doesn't have this example. After that, I'm going to talk about the sonic building. On the UK coast near the Danish, south mirrors are the part of the landscape, and the building materials texture can associate very special sound at the Danish Music Museum. At the end of part, I'm going to talk about the conclusion about the IDE of skins. Since ancient times, viewing has been regarded as the most important way for individuals understanding the world. The view is particularly promoted in Western culture. Associated ones for that version is the most nobly feeling of mankind because the immigration nature of version make it more rational and more directly services and understanding. And I feel like pretty much interesting is his analysis of building materials, such as the history, sense of nature materials, and the rejection of the time by making modern architecture. He believes that architecture is not only the dimensions of space, but also the dimension of the time. The rejection of the time by model architecture is one of the reasons why people have no roots.
The next one is like the interview. The person I interviewed was a Chinese named Ma. He lived in China, 24 years male. He's one of the wonderful people who lost 78% of their vision. Ma said the most common place go to is blindness. After blindness is school. He is pursuing a graduate degree through his own effort. The school had a large number of the burial workway, burial lift, and so on, makes Ma traveling a lot of convenience. Ma said that what he fears most is a sudden accident because it is fatal to people with defective vision, such as suddenly falling flower pots, running animals, and child, and so on. Ma said that a low-noise environment can help them better identify the surrounding environment. The recognition of touching is also important, such as different textures and touch can better help blind people to know where they are. Ma hoped to build more designs for the blind during school, such as the auxiliary light bulb for low vision people, the the brilliant with the mental texture and the symbol. It can greatly improve the convenience of people with low vision. It is like turning a flashlight in the night, Ma said. Access to the passage of the blind, built with a wheelchair-accessible staircase, indoor guide, road, and something like that. Those devices can greatly improve the safety and effectiveness of blind travel. Hollywood School gives a new definition of blind travel: the special space of the curve and the texture of the ground and the texture and pattern of the wall of different classrooms along the way can help the child to work freely inside the school without getting lost. The texture of each interior wall is different. The children can clearly understand where they are in the school. People with low vision are not completely blind. They are sensitive to light. Yellow works best for this group, said Paul, head of the National Council of Persons with Disability Narrow Region. He claimed, adding that the brilliant color helps visually impaired people to navigate their way. New York's Before Hotel has their own understanding of how to help the blind more effectively. The raised blind floor plan not only helps the visually impaired to distinguish where they are, but also makes the layout of the entry floor clearly. And that's all. Thank you for watching.